It never starts with noise. There is no explosion. No warning. It starts quietly. You're 7 years old. Standing in a room that feels heavier than it should. You look into the eyes of a parent who is unraveling. Maybe it's addiction. Maybe it's anger. Maybe it's depression. Maybe it's just emotional absence. But your child brain doesn't understand labels. The child logic translation. Instead of addiction, I am not as interesting as that bottle/screen/pill. Instead of anger, the world is unsafe, and I must be very quiet to keep it still. Instead of depression, I am not enough to make them smile. Instead of absence, I am invisible. It understands one thing. Something is wrong, and no one is in control. When they realize that the adults are spinning out of control and that no amount of being quiet, being smart, or being enough can stop the chaos, that is when true helplessness sets in. And in that moment, without words, something ancient activates inside you. If I don't hold everything together, no one will. This is the moment a child disappears. Not physically, but psychologically. You stop being loud. You stop crying. You stop asking. You start watching. You read moods before faces. You scan rooms before speaking. You learn when to stay quiet and when to soothe. You become the emotional thermostat of the house. You adjust yourself so others don't break. And the world praises you for it. You're so mature. You're so responsible. You're so strong. But no one ever asks the real question. At what cost? This is the invisible grief of children who grow up too fast. In psychology, this has a name. Parentification. It's when a child becomes the caregiver, the emotional support, the mediator, the protector. The roles are reversed. The child holds the adult together. And this doesn't just affect emotions. It rewires the brain. Because a child's nervous system is not designed to regulate others. So it adapts. And that adaptation is called hypervigilance. You're always alert. Always anticipating danger. Always walking on emotional eggshells. Your body learns, calm is temporary. Chaos is normal. This is where something deeper breaks. The child learns, love is conditional. If I stay useful, I'll be safe. If I keep the peace, I'll be loved. If I disappear, maybe I won't be abandoned. So your needs become dangerous. And their needs become urgent. You don't stop existing. You abandon yourself. In your place grows a high-functioning version of you. The good child. The achiever. The helper. The therapist friend. And you wear that identity so well. Even you forget it's a mask. But the child you buried didn't die. They're still there. Quiet. Watching. Waiting. Holding one unanswered question. Why didn't anyone protect me? And that pain doesn't disappear with age. It evolves. As you grow older, survival patterns turn into personality traits. You become hyper-independent. You hate asking for help. You push people away but crave closeness. You feel numb during happy moments because joy feels unfamiliar, even unsafe. You struggle to rest. Because productivity is the only way you've ever felt worthy. Stillness feels wrong. Peace feels suspicious. Love feels like a debt you'll eventually have to repay. And the most dangerous part? You don't even realize you're still in survival mode. Because when dysfunction is normalized early, your nervous system accepts chaos as baseline. Here's the truth no one tells you. No child chooses this role. It's biological. Children will do anything for attachment. Even abandon themselves. It's not weakness. It's intelligence. It's survival. But here's the tragedy. What saved you then, is imprisoning you now. Healing does not begin with fixing. It begins with witnessing. Because until you acknowledge what happened, you'll gaslight yourself with, "It wasn't that bad. Others had it worse. I turned out fine." But fine is a mask. And deep down, you know it. Ask yourself this question. What did I need back then that I never got? You might hear answers like, I needed reassurance. I needed safety. I needed someone to say it wasn't my fault. I needed permission to rest. I needed to play. And slowly, you begin to give those things to yourself. Not to fix the past, but to stop reliving it. Carl Jung said, "There is no coming to consciousness without pain." Shadow work is not positivity. It's not bypassing. It's turning toward the abandoned parts of yourself and saying, I see you now. I hear you now. I'm not leaving. This process is painful. Because it asks you to grieve the lost innocence. The birthdays no one showed up for. The childhood you never lived. But grief is not weakness. It's thawing. No one is coming to rescue the child you buried. You are the one who goes back. You are the one who says, you didn't deserve that. You were just a child. You get to rest now. This is how healing begins. A new way of growing up. If you grew up too fast, your maturity was never the problem. The problem was, you had no choice. But now you do. You can choose softness. You can choose rest. You can choose honesty over performance. And yes, there will be days you feel like a child again. Good. That means you're healing. You never had a childhood. But you still have a future. And this time, you get to write it.